How's it going today, guys? Carsofel here. We're going to be doing a pretty much finalized build guide for my crit EK shadow character. I'm using mana leech, not using mana regen, ES on hit, any of those normal things, blood magic that we've always used for EK. Um, the reason I'm able to do this is because of the recent blood mana leech changes, or just leech changes in general. You can leech. Your leeches stack up to a certain, a certain cap that you can leech per second. And they've now added nodes on the tree where you can leech. You can up your leech cap. So essentially you can make your mana leech per second higher. And because of this, I'm able to sustain it off of just the mana leech gem. I think I have probably one node that has mana regen, and I'm not even sure if I have that. We'll figure that out here soon. But that's basically the deal with this guy here. Right now I am a level 85. And yeah. So yeah, crit EK Shadow. Right now we're running Arctic Armor, Herald of Ash, and the Hatred Auras, as well as the Flame Golem with us. Flame Golem gives you, what is it, 15% I believe, right now. Oh, right now he's giving me 20% at level 19, so that's pretty nice. I also have him hooked up with Culling Strike and the item rarity with the Bear Trap, so that's pretty nice as well. He culls, my Bear Trap culls. We get a lot of culling and item rarity. But that's more on the build side. We're going to go into our passive tree first here, before I go into the gear and the links and all that. So we did start Shadow because I wanted the access to the frenzy charges, the easy access to frenzy charges, as well as good crit nodes and the projectile speed. Now, if you do start Witch, you can go Witch EK. You're going to be going cast speed. You're going to be going projectile speed on a wand. That's what your focus is. I didn't want that. I wanted to go. Basically, I wanted the projectile speed, and I just wanted the damage and the crit. Like, I don't care about the mana regen. Hedgie recently made an EK character that was running off of Eldritch Battery, Mind Over Matter, Zealot's Oath, and Mind Over Matter, which has been moved over here. So essentially, his ES covers his mana. He had 100% reserved, and then Zealot's Oath restored his ES, plus he had ES on hit jewel. And that's the way he did it without mana regen. And that interested me. I decided I wanted to make a EK character that didn't use mana regen as well. Because they recently buffed EK. So EK has a higher crit chance. EK is just better speed. And then I have, when I level with anything, or when I want any skill, I level all the way with it. So I did level with EK from the beginning. I don't recommend doing normal difficulty with EK. I would say use Spectral Throw. Just any old two-hander, whatever. Spectral Throw your way through normal. Once you get 4 links and your Spell Echo, then go ahead and switch to the EK. But I did it from the beginning, and it was a little bit rough. And if you guys do hear pounding, I apologize. They are fixing the shingles on my roof, so yeah. So anyway, let's get into this tree here. We started as a shadow. Come through here, a little bit of life, flat life, going through the fizz damage, which does boost both spectral throw, like I said, if you're leveling with the spectral throw, and EK if you want to do it like I did. Come through coordination, grab the life. Now I did grab this soul siphon at the beginning because you know, you need the mana, especially at the beginning with EK. After that, we come through the sniper. You get your projectile speed, projectile damage here. That's the first part of your projectile speed. And we came over here for quickness. We got movement, a little bit of, well, a lot of fizz damage. And that is not physical melee damage. That's fizz damage, which does affect EK, because EK is a physical spell. After that, we didn't go up here for the crit yet. We came down here, came over here, grabbed our life wheel here. Blood Drinker doesn't get, you don't get the life leech, but this is 20% for 3 points. There's just no beating that. Then after that, I came down here. We grabbed our entire life wheel while we were leveling, and then we came over here and rushed our acrobatics and phase acrobatics. Now after that, we came down here for Ondors. We wanted or I guess arrow dancing is what it's called now. I didn't even notice that it had its name change. This used to be Ondor's Guile. This is now arrow dancing. Same thing, dodging projectiles. You have a less of a chance to evade melee attacks, but I'll show you that that really doesn't matter. So once you get that, then you want to move over here into your charisma wheel. We grab this wheel about this point. You'll be around 30s. You'll be to the point around here where you'll be using EK. You've got your what's it called, spell echo, and now you want your auras. You need this charisma wheel so that you can run the Arctic Armor, the Herald of Ash, as well as the Hatred, because those three together are 100% reservation. You grab this wheel, you get 16% of your mana back. As you see, I'm reserving 645. I have 87 mana left. My EK costs 44 right now, so I can basically get 2 casts off no matter what before I ohm. With spell echo, that means 4 shots of 10 knives. If you miss with all 4 of those, okay, you're not gonna get mana. You're not gonna be able to make it. I mean, you can run around with a mana pot if you need to, or I mean, a ring like this isn't bad. You get some mana regen, you know. It's got mana on it. The attack speed is negligible, whatever. You get mana again on kill, your crit, and your life. I'm not using this. I don't really need it because, I mean, I'm not gonna really shoot my EK if I'm gonna miss. But I'm using my other ones because I need them for my resists right now. So after you grab your charisma, you want to come down here for ballistic mastery. That does give you enough projectile speed to hit the edge of the screen, so you can hit the edge of the screen with your EK once you have those. After that, I grabbed the Heart of the Oak. You get the 8% increased max life. 30% chance to avoid being stunned is great. Plus life regen. You need this. We need to start building up the life regen so that we can run our Blood Rage, get our Frenzy charges. We have stun recovery here, whatever. Grab Primal Spirit because it is awesome. We get mana. This is probably the only node, I believe, in the entire tree that has mana regen. It's only a 20%, so it doesn't matter. Flask charges gained is pretty nice. Yeah, because, you know, you get to use your flask more. Aziri's Promise, your Jade Flask, also running around constantly in super speed if you want to. Plus the strength and intelligence are quite needed for this build. Now while you're pathing through, you do have access to these if you do need them while you're leveling. I've gotten to a point where I've almost got them off. I'll show you where you should be able to take this one off as well. Okay, so once you get both of those, you want to come over here, grab your herbalism wheel. Uh, yeah, it's a nice 20% for 3 points. Again, you also get your life flask is it fills up faster, and you get more life from your life flasks. As great while you're leveling, great end game. Even though I'm only running one flask, I've been thinking about running a second life flask anyway. So after that, then you're going to want to travel down here. Now, these right here are how your mana leech is sustaining you. You can grab the same thing kind of over here, but this one right, these three right here, you get the 2 mana gained on hit, and it's all about physical, the leech, physical attack damage leech. Now that doesn't help us. If it did, we would probably grab those 3 instead. So we need to grab these. This first one, absolutely nothing for you. This right here is where it starts getting interesting. You get 5 mana gained on kill. You want the mana gained on kill because you're going to one-shot a lot of mobs. 2 mana gain on hit when you hit them one time and they die, compared to 5 mana gained on kill. It's very simple. Right here, you're getting another 5%, and also the 3% max mana per second to maximum mana leech rate. This one gives you 5, plus 15% mana leech per second increased. Now over here, it's basically the same. 3, 5, 15%. Useless. You would get an extra 10% mana leech per second, but it's mana gained on hit instead of on kill. And yeah, that's the only difference. But it is a big difference. Now at the beginning, you might want to you're gonna want to grab this wheel. Well, honestly, what I did is I came over here to Revelry. Now, if you don't want to travel all the way over here to Revelry to get the 2 mana gain on kill, you can get it up there. But you're coming through here, and like I said, I came straight to Revelry first. Now, this also happened before these wheels even changed. These changed. They weren't like this when I first started the build. So I was already past this wheel once the change happened. So you can grab that one if you want. It's 3 points over here. You know, you're going past your stuff and down 2. And that's still 3 points that you're respecing out of 1, 2, 3. So either way, it's 3 points to respec back out of it. So it doesn't matter which one you grab. Grab this one if you need the mana early. You know, grab this one if you feel fine about it for the next couple levels before you get it. And that's before you get your mana leech going on a 5 link, and we'll get into that once we talk about the links. So you come over here, grab your life, Golem's Blood, great node. This life node right here goes in and out depending on where I am at in the build, you know. By final build, it will be part of it. And we came over here through our projectile damage. We grabbed Fury Bolts instead of just the projectile damage. We could save a point that way, but then we lose 10% projectile speed. Again, you want that projectile speed. And we came up here for Art of the Gladiator. We do get 20 dexterity and a little bit of movement speed out of it. Other than that, it's really just a travel node, honestly. To get these good health nodes here. That's 18% health, but 24% increased evasion. And that is spectacular. We grab Master of Arena basically for the regen as well as the strength. Strength here as well. Strength is a big part of this build. You need to have at the very least 109 strength, I recommend. And you can do that by getting these nodes with a few strength on them and not even having to get a 30. If you have, I do believe I'll be able to run it with a 16, and that's it, Onyx Amulet. if you don't have that and you go with a different amulet or whatever, you just put 1 point into one of these strength nodes. So after we got our life regen, we start running our blood rage, whatnot. We have enough life regen for that. We came back up here for our pierce. Now that's because EK loves some pierce. This right here, these 4 points give you 40% pierce. You don't have to use the pierce gem then, and you will get a lot of extra DPS out of this. You do get projectile damage as well. It's not the most, you know, only 20% through it, but 40% pierce gives you great DPS on top of that. After that, we threw the point into trickery. I don't even remember it. Sometime while we were leveling, we needed the int. That's when we got trickery. You do want trickery. The 20% increased elemental damage isn't all that big of a deal. 20% intelligence, or the 20 intelligence you do need, and then you got crit chance because this is a crit build. Now, after you've grabbed your pierce, we start working on our frenzy charges. You're already set up to grab this one here. Then we've come down this backside when we were going for our arrow dancing, not Ondor's Gal. So we grab this frenzy charge, which comes through the good side, which gives you 4% increased evasion rating per frenzy charge. That's nice. Then we're already set up for this one. We grab this one as well. Before I go any further, and I forget, for the bandits, I did do health for the normal. I did fizz damage increase on cruel, and on merciless I got the skill point. I'm not sure whether at full build it would be optimal to have a power charge or a skill point. From what I've calculated though, skill point wise, if you decide to go power charge in merciless instead of skill point, you're gonna pretty much lose out on one of these. So 8% evasion, 4% max life for a 5th frenzy charge, or for a 5th power charge, excuse me. And so that's probably a better trade-off. Like I said, that this is my first go through it, and I wasn't sure on what I was getting into. But anyway, so after you get your frenzy charges, that's when we start working on into this line here. Now we come up through here, go through here. Now you do want this jewel socket no matter what, because at one point you're coming through already because you want these crit nodes, you want this, you want the life, you want Harrier, you want all of this. So you're already traveling through. It's 1 point. So basically you look at it like it's a node, and the best jewel that you can get you put in there, and that's what you spent 1 point on that node. For me, it's I got 8% to all res, I get 16% increased fizz. The cold skill crit multi, I wish it helped, but it doesn't. So I spent 1 point to get 16% increased physical damage and 8 to all res. Spectacular. I will take that all day long. But anyway, you come through here. At this point, once we got here, I was spec'd into these, as I said earlier. I spec'd out of those and into these. You give up 3% max mana, and you gain 5 flat mana, as well as 5 more mana gained on kill. So it's totally worth just going into these instead of these. Now after that, we came over here for our life wheel. We also get a 20 life gained on kill. I mean, it is only 14% life for the wheel, but the 20 life gained on kill is nice as well. Plus, it's health around us. I mean, we're kind of starved for mana or for health nodes around here. And honestly, I haven't done the math because I don't use the beta skill tree, so I haven't actually added up the percentages for the health. But you guys can do that easily. I believe we'll hit around 5k health with optimal gear, if not more. So after that, I grabbed Harrier. You got cast speed, movement speed. Now, once we're at this point, now it's all about crit. You grab your crit wheel here. I grabbed this one first because it's 75% chance with an 8 multi. At that point, the multi's not as important as the chance. So you have 75% chance on 3 points. Grab that one first. Come over here, you grab these. That's another 50% chance. 25 multi there. And then you come up through here and you start working on this. Currently I'm level 85, like I said, and I'm right here. My next point will go here and then here, the next two. After that, I'll probably fill in the health instead of doing these travel nodes. But what I have planned out for the next 5 levels, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That hits you to 90. You'd be quite well off. After that, for the next, if you wanted to go all the way to 100, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At this point, you would have 1, 2, 3 int nodes, so you could spec out of this 30, and then that would be your 100th point would go into Doomcast. So you would get another, 100 crit chance and 10 multi, as well as 12% life. The ES is, negligible. And then that's when you get your other frenzy charge. For me, it'll be 4 if you decide to get the frenzy or the power charge instead of the skill point in Merciless on the bandits, then you would have 5. Alright, so now we'll go into the gear. I'll try and make this a little bit faster. Sorry, guys. So gear-wise, helmet, you're going to want a rat's nest. Crit chance, evasion, rarity, whatever. Movement speed. We're loving movement speed on this character. You want an evasion or an evasion ES shield. You're going to want res, life, and evasion. Your boots, right now I'm running the dark rays. These do give me a chance to dodge per frenzy charge, plus I get a +1 max frenzy charges, so I'm up to 7. Gives me 14% chance to dodge. I would like to have it Zerius step here. They give you life, plus the dodge instead is for spell dodge. So that would put your spell dodge, up to whatever. You get 16% or whatever, 46% chance to dodge spells. With a 40% chance to dodge attacks, you want to keep your evasion at a 40% chance to evade as well. I was using a wand to level. I found a pretty good wand. We exalted, or not exalted, excuse me, chaos. The cast speed on there, that brought me all the way up until I found this around 65. It's a little mini Divinarius. I switched over to this because that was about when we were at crit anyway. So we were using that. Built up enough currency, bought a Divinarius. I recently had this drop for me. It's way more DPS than a Divinarius. It's like, I don't know, 11% spell damage less, but we get a 20%, 26 multi. We get, I don't know, what is this? 135 there, and this is 156. So, a 21% increased crit chance from this one. So I mean, you don't have to have this is what enables me to do such high DPS that I do. We do have 2 diamond rings. These are just filling in my resistances. Like I said, you want a 16 to all attribute. That's for your int and your strength. That will put you where you need to be. You will have to get a little bit of int on your gear, or you get it out of the tree. So if you want to have it full all the way up to Doomcast, you need a little bit of int on your gear and a little bit of strength to get up to the 109. Like if I take this off, I'm at 104 and I need 5. So yeah. Your belt, you're going to want a Rustic Sash or Doriana's Invitation. I'm actually probably going to switch to a Doriana's Invitation. The Life Leech is great. You do lose max life, and that kind of sucks. But like I said, if you are using a Zeri's step, then you get life on those. So you do switch the life out on the Dorianis for the life on here. And then the gloves just, you know, life, res, and evasion. Now, as far as links, our EK, we do have a 1920 EK right now. It is linked with faster projectiles, mana leech, added fire, spell echo, and power charge and crit. Now the faster projectiles, I have that in here because I don't really feel like coloring my chest again. Ideally that would be faster casting unless you have an empower at level 2 or higher. If you have empower level 2 or higher, giving everything a +1 will be better than your faster casting. Empower level 3 and power level 4, then you're just talking crazy DPS. So this should be faster casting, or empower if you have a level 2 or higher. Now I'm running, like I said, we do have Herald of Ash, we have Hatred, and we have Arctic Armor always running. We use our Blood Rage for our Frenzy charges. I have my Golem here. He is over here with my Bear Trap. Now you want him to be in a 4-link with your Bear Trap so that you have Culling Strike, item rarity. You get these on both of those. You can Bear Trap them. He'll Culling Strike, item rarity. You've got a lot of Culling Strike, item rarity going on options there. Basically your EK is your single target though, so it doesn't really matter. I am running Curse on Hit with Ball Lightning, Warlord's Mark, and GMP. Now this does give me 3 endurance charges, which is negligible kind of, but going up to 13% physical mitigation when I do get hit is quite nice. As well as the Leech is the main reason for it. You get 2% Leech on hit for these, so, and that doesn't matter. Physical spells, it does not matter. You get the mana leech and the life leech from that, so that's great. That is also my cast when damage taken is Warlord's Mark, and that's because of Reflect. To fire into Thornflesh, you kind of want that. Ellie Reflect doesn't matter. Fizz Reflect hurts. This link right here, once I do color this this shield down here, will be blue, and I run Cold Snap in that. Over here we've got our Whirling Blades, Fortify, and Vol Grace. Vol Grace, that's, you know, you cap out your dodge, whichever one you have. You know, if you're using the Aziri step, then you're going to cap out your spell dodge. If you're not, then you're capping out your just dodge attacks, which is fine. Alright, I do use Lightning Warp in my weapon swap with faster casting and less duration. Everything else is exactly the same. I suffer about a 5k DPS drop, you know, if I do end up having to EK somebody, but that's for if I want to Lightning Warp around. As far as flasks, we're using Aziri's Promise. We've got a Quicksilver of Heat, Surgeons. We've got a Surgeon's Reflexes, 99 roll on here. You want to get as high of a roll of Reflexes on here as you can. And without even my Frenzy charges, because remember each Frenzy charge does give me 4% evasion, I go up to 61% on just one hit of this. So that's nice. You want to get it as high as you can. My health flask, now I did a lot of testing with this. A catalyzed eternal life flask of staunching is probably going to be your best. It's 50% increased recovery speed and your immunity to bleed. Basically you take your bleed off if you need to, and if you need to heal, then you get it 2500 at 2.7 seconds. It's great when you have, you know, your Leech going on from your Aziri's Promise, your Warlord's Mark, you know, those things. Life gain on kill, like, it's just a nice added thing to get it that fast. And you can use the Eternal Flasks 3 times. The final thing that I am using is a Surgeon's Quicksilver of Warding. Now, if you want, you can switch out your freezing for a health freezing, whatever role, probably bubbling, I would say, an instant, or a seething, complete instant heal for freezing if you don't feel comfortable with only one healing flask. Okay, let's see. Right now, currently, without our charges or anything, we are sitting at a 38.4% crit chance. So, at 19k with just our auras on, that's without frenzy charges, power charges, anything. Fully charged up, and with my Azuris on right now, I do hit just under 40k DPS. We can go throw this arachnid nest in, show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. This has already gone a little bit long. I don't want to do it too much longer. This is a 73 arachnid nest, mainly because I haven't been able to get any higher maps. Map drops are a little bit rough right now in beta. Hopefully that changes in live. So basically you just throw on your blood rage, you go through, you find some guys and you kill them. You'll get your frenzy charges and your power charge on crit, because we are using that gem. Nobody's worried about your bleed. What is going on? Just bleeding me out. But let's show you guys the deeps here. You will hear your character say that he's low on mana a lot. He's not really. He just thinks he is. I guess it's pretty funny. So 7 and 3 is 32. Let's try it. Yeah, let's keep that going up. I don't really know what's killing me at the moment, but whatever. And we pop our Azuris. We're at 38.58 right now. And that's really because I don't have my golem out. It's like 39.8 when I have my golem and everything. Okay, what is this map? Is it slow region or something? Let's see, we got turbo, lightning res, poison, extra lightning damage. So it's nothing really scary. And like I said, like if you're worried about having, only having one life flask, then you can easily have the two. I'm used to it. Oh, well, that was terrible. As I'm saying that I'm used to it, I die. Well, that's spectacular on my video. I don't have any editing software, otherwise I would edit that out. But that's not normal. That's actually kind of depressing. I haven't died in a while. The last time I died was when I was testing out Thornflesh Reflect on a Fizz Reflect map, checking out how many times I could smash into Thornflesh. But anyway, if you keep your Jade up as well, you shouldn't have that problem. That was entirely my fault. I got flicked onto and I did nothing about it. Also, the way the health flask fills or the health globe fills now, it's kind of throws you off a lot of the times. And I mean, if you do want to curse, you feel like you need Leech in a room, you just throw out your ball lightning. You're gonna curse the entire room. See, in all these guys off screen, cursed. That's because ball lightning really doesn't want to go fast. But if you make it go fast, it goes really far. You're already going to be upping your projectile speed because you're EK, and that is that is, well, we'll just leave stuff. That is what you want for EK, is to up your projectile speed so that you can hit the edge of the screen. I'm gonna have to stop running around. I'm gonna get myself killed again sitting here talking, not paying attention. But anyway, so we're gonna cut this done right about now. The boss on this map is just the archer guy. He's really easy. I mean, I guess I could probably run to him. Let's see how fast we can get to him without even worrying about anything. And as you can see, once you get all of your charges going, you just start popping people. What the? Why won't my blood rage stay on? Because I'm not on my blood rage. That's why. That was really weird. I kept turning my Arctic armor on and off. And Arctic armor is awesome because, you know, it activates now when you're standing still. It gives you that reduction. And when you're casting EK with Spell Echo, you're standing still. So here's the boss. Throw a curse through there. Okay. Throw a curse through there. Pop our Jade. Pop a little ball of grace. And yeah. I mean, basically you don't get hit. That was right. Right there was Thornflesh. Like I said, Thornflesh only killed me when I was showing that Thornflesh didn't bother me in a map, and I didn't realize that I had rolled the map as a 13% fizz reflection, and so it actually killed me that time, but it was on the 4th hit, so I had to hit him 4 times. So that was the boss. Like I said, you don't have to worry about much. I can't believe I died. That kind of sucks on the video, but hey, that's Path of Exile for you, right? Well, anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry that it ended up being so long. A lot of different things to cover. But if people do like like this build and they want to see more, then once Awakening goes live, and I'll have the actual skill tree in the description, as well as probably posting a build guide on the forums. You know, like I said, that depends on how things go. If people like the build and whatnot, I might do it anyway just to get it out there. But like I said, thanks for joining me. And yeah, sorry I died during that video though, guys. That kind of sucks. But anyway. See you guys next time. Carsofel out.